Hello and welcome to Nithrania YouTube channel. You're watching another episode of the Game in a Nutshell series designed for explaining the board game rules. My name is Branislav Berec, and in this video we're going to take a look at the expansion for Paris, a game published by Game Brewer. The expansion adds more bonus tiles to the game and new strategy tiles. They were not part of the base game, the original game. In this video I have the standard retail version of the Paris game and the prototype version of the new tiles. So I'm going to explain how those tiles work and what are the effects of those tiles. When setting the game up, take all the new bonus tiles and all the bonus tiles from the base game, sort them by their back, and take out the tiles which are only used in a 3 and a 4 player game. Then shuffle each stack separately and randomly distribute the tiles to their corresponding zone. Then flip the tiles face up and return the unused tiles back into the box. Add the bonus tiles for 3 and a 4 player game if needed. If you have this bonus tile in the game, you can place this special victory point tile on that bonus tile. I will explain how to use it in just a minute. Then sort these strategy tiles by their back and deal one random starting strategy tile to each player. And take all the unused starting tiles with all the remaining tiles and place them all face up next to the board as an available display. I will now go through all the new tiles in this expansion and I'll start with the bonus tiles. These ones allow you to take one or two endgame tiles of your choice. With this one, you can look at the 3 building tiles that were set aside during setup, choose one of them, and immediately place it on the game board, taking the resource or prestige token from that space. With this tile, when you move your key from the Arc de Triomphe directly to the level 5 building, you don't pay any cost. This bonus tile allows you to take any available victory point tile and place it in any empty district of your choice. With this tile, you gain coins equal to the most valuable building you own, but that excludes the landmarks. When using this ability, you can take this special victory point tile and place it on top of any existing victory point tile in any district of your choice. It only scores 12 victory points for the player with the most valuable buildings. No other player gains any victory points from that district. This tile is the endgame scoring tile. At the end of the game, you can choose any one district and score 2 victory points for each of your keys there, including the bank. With this tile, you can score 10, 15, 20 or 25 victory points if you have 3, 4, 5 or 6 keys on the buildings of the same type. For example, here the red player has 4 keys on 4 theater buildings, so they would score 15 victory points. Now let's move on to the strategy tiles. Each player starts the game with one of these tiles, and each tile provides an ongoing effect which can be used during that player's turn. Now every time you place a key on the Arc de Triomphe, you may swap your strategy tile with any available tile from the display. Take the new tile, place it next to your player board, and this is now your active strategy tile. And your previous tile is returned back to the display and is now available to all other players. Now I will briefly explain the effects of the strategy tiles. This one allows you to have more than one of your keys on any bank or on the Arc de Triomphe. Normally you can only have one of your keys there, so this one allows you to have multiple ones. This strategy tile gives you 2 additional coins when you place a key on any bank, but not on the Arc de Triomphe, only on a bank. The third one gives you 3 or 2 coins based on the number of players every time any key is placed on the Arc de Triomphe. Not just your own one, but any key. Here we have some tiles that score immediate victory points over the course of the game. With this one, every time you move a key to a building, not a landmark, to a building, you score 1 victory point for each key you pass, including your own one. In this example, if the red player would move from this building to level 4 building, they would get 2 victory points for 2 keys they have passed. The second tile allows you to remove any of your keys from the game, either from the game board or even from your reserve, and for each key removed, you score 2 victory points. This third tile allows you to score 2 victory points immediately when you place a key from the bank or from the Arc de Triomphe on any building in a district where you already occupy at least one other building. And finally, this one gives you 1 victory point immediately every time you move your key away from the building or from the landmark. This tile allows you to take a bonus tile even when you place a key on the level 4 building. Normally you can only do it when you place a key on a level 1, level 2 or level 3 building. With this special tile, even if you place a key on a level 4 building, you can also take a bonus tile. With this tile, you can place a key on a building occupied by another player. So, for example, like this. You would pay all the costs normally. This strategy tile is related to the level 3 buildings. Every time any player pays these 2 coins to take the bonus tile from the level 3 building, if you own this strategy tile, you get those 2 francs. With this strategy tile, before you take a building from any of these building piles, you can look at the top tile from each of those stacks. And finally, with this strategy tile, if you move your key to a building that has no resource or prestige token, if there are any prestige or resource tokens in the supply, you may take 1 token from there. So that's it, that's the expansion for Paris. If you have any questions or comments, I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. If you like the series, please subscribe. You can even support the channel on the Patreon page. My name is Branislav Berec. You've been watching Game in a Nutshell and hope to see you next time.